You know, one way to really brighten up a room is to add a bunch of flowers. And it's even better if you've grown those flowers in your own garden. A bit like Grandma, hydrangeas and daisies. But for some reason, whether it be small backyards or we're pressed for time, many of us are just not growing flowers. In this month's SA Life magazine, I'm talking about picking gardens, a garden that with a little planning can provide beautiful blooms all year round. Whether you want to start from scratch or add to an existing garden, here's my top 5 you want to get into the ground right now. Hyacinths, beautiful perfume, gorgeous colours, and it really screams spring. Gypsophila, dainty, beautiful and versatile, and you can add it to just about any arrangement. Cyclamen, enjoy them flowering inside now, and when they finish, stick them out in the garden. The evergreen magnolia not only has a beautiful flower, but its foliage adds beautiful texture to any arrangement. And rhizomes like iris, hardy, plant them in the sun and you'll have them for years. Now let's talk about those long-lasting flowers, the ones that really give you a bang for your buck for that flower-filled room. Top of the list, chrysanthemums. They can last up to 20 days with minimal amount of care and they're so versatile. Lots of different colours, shapes, everything from ball pom-poms to impressive spider flowers. They're a must. In my book, roses come a close second to chrysanthemums. Tough, hardy, even up to 2 weeks inside. And if you plant the right variety, you'll have amazing perfume. Alstroemeria, what can I tell you about those? You'll see them in all florists, and that's because they are tough. Carnations, they are the workhorse of cut flowers. Easy to grow, flower prolifically, and you can grow them from cuttings. And finally, liliums. You'll see them everywhere, and for good reason. Don't be frightened to plant them out in your garden in a well-drained spot. And remember, when they're in a vase, remove the stamen, otherwise it will stain anything. Oops, the daisy. Let's not forget the daisy. They are bulletproof. Along with roses and chrysanthemums, they are one of the longest flowering plants indoors. Daisies in the garden can either be a screen, they can be a feature plant, or just a dear little pot on a veranda. And finally, if you want that dramatic effect, you have to grow plants that have got structure and colour. Gladdies, look, every garden should have some. They're an amazing plant, they're easy to grow from a corm. Whatever your colour scheme, there's a gladdie to suit. They'll last inside for weeks. Just remove the dead flowers and they keep flowering up the stem. Calla lilies, truly an elegant flower, and they will flower from spring right through until summer. They'll grow in the ground, but also do well in containers. The obvious colours are white and pink, but there are many colours coming through. What about these stunners? Black and the most brilliant yellow. Now florists are using some unusual plants today along with the traditional flowers. Things like hypericum, with a little bit of warmth will open up to a glorious small flower. And kale, you can use them for fillers around the garden in groups or as a single pot plant. And you can bring them inside for weeks. And look at this is chili. So why not add it to your arrangement instead of your dinner? And let's not forget orchids. They really aren't that difficult to grow. The Singapore orchid and the Phalaenopsis really need specialist growing conditions, but the one that grows extremely well here in South Australia is the Cymbidium. When they're flowering, bring them inside and enjoy the flowers for months. And when they finish, take them outside and put them under 50-50 shade and sun. And greenery like this is called backing, and it can be anything that you're growing in your garden, from pines to citrus, anything that's going to give a little bit of structure and depth to your arrangement. And finally, bush garden plants. And I've got here from my garden, woolly bush, callistemon, eucalypt, thryptomene, erica and banksia. Now, not only do they bring birds, bees and butterflies into your garden, these are the best value cut flowers you can ever get. They'll stay fresh for weeks, and after that they slowly dry and will last inside for months. You know, it's great to see the picking garden making a comeback, and why not? And you'll never be stuck for that last minute present if you have a garden full of flowers.